wage effective at the end of the month. And the board has reviewed the terms, and that's what the agreement covers.
Is there a motion for approval, please?
Motion.
Is there a second, please?
Second.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Clayton.
Aye.
Trustee Eastman.
Aye.
Trustee Jamerson.
Aye.
Trustee Rath.
Aye.
Trustee Trevino.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay. We'll go back to board comments, and I believe we have a board
We
comment.
do have a board comment.
Um,
I haven't said enough tonight.
Trustee Jamerson, please.
So I've discussed this with the mayor and actually the chief. I almost killed two people about a week ago, little kids on an electric bike and a motorized mini bike driving down Blackthorn Road at a very high rate of speed. I was not going a very high rate of speed. They came around one of the soft corners there and almost hit me, but they would have been the worse for it. They have been driving through our neighborhood a lot lately. They were there over the weekend again. I was out of town, but I heard complaints from several neighbors. They do not, it's irrelevant to the discussion, but they don't live in the neighborhood. So somehow they're getting from where they are to our streets on public streets. These electric bikes and motorbikes are dangerous. Many suburbs have curtailed their use, if not outright banned them. And I think that we should, I would like the board to consider having the attorney develop an ordinance to curtail, if not outright ban these on our streets. We have no sidewalks for people to ride on. Many of the streets are, even the public streets are very narrow. And the private streets are also, most of them are single lane. My understanding is that if the associations that are have private streets agree to have the village help me with the word, chief.
Enforce traffic laws?
Thank you. Enforce the traffic laws. They can enforce all these ordinances on the private streets as well. So that's what I'd like to have the board think about. I don't know. That's where I'm at.
Trustee Raff, then Trustee Eastman.
Yes, just for clarification, what vehicles are you talking about?
The electric bikes.
Any electric bikes?
Well, there's 3 different classes, and I can't tell you what they are. I think it has to do with speed and battery capacity. Those would be the ones in general, but I think even, there's, Deerfield has passed an ordinance just recently, and I read through it, and one of the provisions is that if they have a driver's license, then they can use these, but not on the sidewalks. But we have an adult in our neighborhood that rides one of those. It's a wheel. It's like a unicycle. The wheel's about this tall. He wears all kinds of protective gear, but he goes about 35 miles an hour on that thing. I don't think that would be, I'm not sure how the ordinance, where that falls in that hierarchy. But these electric bikes can go 30 miles an hour. And when the speed limit's 20 on these little side streets, and even on Portwine 25, I mean, they're dangerous.
Trustee Eastman.
I was just going to suggest that you had mentioned Deerfield, that we look at the village of Hinsdale, because I have a friend that's the new mayor there, and that has been a huge issue in their village. So I think we can probably learn from both of those and figure out something that works with our village. But yeah, that's been a big subject of debate there. So it's percolating throughout different municipalities.
Trustee Clayton.
I recognize the need that we have to better enforce the traffic laws with regard to these vehicles. But as an owner of an electric bike, I'd hate not to be able to drive it out of my driveway and out onto the street.
Do you have a driver's license?
I do.
Then you would
You'd be
Well,
probably,
so that's what I'm saying. I
you would
just,
be exempt.
It's age-related and.
yeah, as long as it's properly contained,
Oh,
then
yeah,
I think
no,
it's a great point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with
No.
that at all.
Otherwise, we'd have a problem. One of our policemen uses an electric bike to, ride through the neighborhood, so.
I mean, they also didn't have any lights on. It was still daylight, but even if they had a light on the front, I would have at least maybe been able to see them. It's just, there would have been chalk marks literally on the pavement.
Trustee Raff, please.
Yes, does the Deerfield ordinance also cover these kids' motorized vehicles?
Scooters,
Just
things
not,
like
well,
that.
scooters, but even for younger kids, these
Oh,
Like the little Jeeps that have
Jeep things
Hot
that
Wheels and all
that
that,
are
yeah.
motorized and.
that I couldn't tell you. But I mean, I'm pretty sure the chief can
yeah.
mention that,
Chief, can you
chime in. But
comment? Yeah.
motorized like mini bikes are they against any ordinance we have that you know of?
No, not right now.
Okay, well, that's the other one.
Can
One
you
was
comment?
riding a mini bike and one was riding an electric
Well,
bicycle.
no, actually, I'm sorry. A mini bike it can't be on the street right now
Okay,
with our laws. I misspoke. I was thinking of because Trustee Clayton was asking about e-bikes.
Yeah.
And the ordinance that we're looking at for that Deerfield's using, e-bikes remain unchanged under the revised ordinance. They just have to follow Illinois Vehicle Code, and they're not allowed on sidewalks, and riders 15 and under are required to wear a helmet at all times. So
okay, well,
that's what the state law says about e-bikes.
I would like it to be a little bit more
Yeah.
Yeah.
restrictive.
We can have a go at it, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
If the
expect
board
this
is
to,
willing to move further with this, I think we can have a go at it, maybe have a first draft of something.
yeah, I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
that we
expect
can
it to get
discuss.
passed the first time around. I mean, because it's a complicated subject.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, Trustee Trevino, please.
One question I had is how do these, if we find out, how do these villages let people know that this is a new rule? Because this is one that if you have it, how are you going to know it? Do you have to put up signs? Are there rules around that, or how does that all work?
I'd say the newsletter, but not everybody reads that, right? We could put up signs. We could, if we would have a public hearing or something like that, I don't quite know how we'd go about it, but we'd certainly have to communicate that a little bit better than, putting it on the website, for example.
Typically, when a new traffic law comes out, it's enforced by warnings for a period of time. There's a grace period where tickets aren't written.
Okay. Any other comments? Trustee Clayton.
I'd like to comment on the high-level process flow that you
Sure.
handed out.
Sure.
I think with the resident survey, it's quite clear to me that we have really competent, high-qualified people that are doing the survey, and I think we're going to get really good information. But I think there's a phase 5 that may be missing, and that has to do with the actual implementation of anything that we find out.
Yeah.
Because as I was looking at your process flow, I wrote down, we have a 2015 survey, we have a campus survey, we have the previous strategic plan, we have a land use survey, we have a sustainability survey, we have the comprehensive plan, not counting anything that RPC or RRA is doing.
Right.
We need to have, when we do this, we need to have a clear sense of how we're going to go about implementing the findings that we have and actually commit both the time, staff time, and also the funds that are required to begin to implement some of these things going forward.
Agreed.
I-
We We had a 2016, oh, I'm sorry.
No, go
Oh, I
ahead.
was just, if I could, we had a 2016 strategic plan and, yeah, what? Yeah,
Yeah, I was just going to
Trustee
say,
Trevino?
I think that's a great ad. And I think one of the things that would help that phase is who owns it, who's responsible, and who's accountable. And that way, if you assign that and know who has everything when you implement it, everybody knows what they have to do and what they have to get done. And then, you know, it's a lot harder to get out of something when your name's on it. So,
Yeah, but I'm thinking also of what the list that Mayor Ford read through of all the activities that the staff is involved in right at the moment. And I think the biggest issue we're going to have is once you assign those things, we have to stick to some sense of priorities with regard to what we're doing, because there's no way our staff can absorb all of this going forward. And we have to commit the money that's required to do it as well.
right, right. No, you're all good and excellent points. And it may require stronger partnerships with, for example, the RRA to take some of the fest stuff out. It may require adding to staff. So we want to be careful about it, but we want to understand who we are, what we want to do, and how we think we're going to get there, and the costs of all of that. So your points are all very well taken, very well taken. We've got a lot of things out there, and you're trying to integrate them and bring them together and make them consistent. And that's the challenge. That's the challenge. It's going to take some work, and it's not going to be overnight. But I think we owe it to the village. We owe it to the future to get a little consistency and clarity. So, no, thank you very much for that. The ordinance, everybody's on board with trying to move forward with an ordinance for motorized stuff, scooters, unicycles, whatever. Okay. On the list. Are there any other comments from the board? Our next meeting is not October 2nd. It is October 7th. If you look at the printed, it's the first Tuesday is October 7th. I messed up. So that would be the committee of the whole at 6:30 and the regular meeting starting at 7:30. So with having said that,
Motion to adjourn.
please. Is there a
Second.
All in favor,
Aye.
say aye. Good night. Irene.